Food service worker jobs are some of the hardest hit during the COVID-19 virus. The owners of those in small businesses are also taking a hit too. We have team coverage on this issue for you. First, Celeste Springer shows us how local business owners are stepping up to the plate to help service industry workers who are strapped for cash. Then Mayan Patel shows you how business owners are working to access the billions in stimulus money that could keep their businesses alive during these difficult times. But first, we'll start with Grady News Source reporter Celeste Springer.
In the blink of an eye, this changed to this.
If you're like me and you're working from home, that probably means you're going to be cooking up lunch in your own kitchen. But for many service industry workers now without a job, they aren't working at all, which means when they go to open up their fridge, they won't find anything to eat. But one local business owner is trying to change that.
I think if we're helping feed one meal a week, a Sunday supper to anyone who's in the service industry that's in need, I think that would really go a long way as far as brand loyalty to those that could help step up from this area,
Matt Casey is the owner of Academia Brewing Company. He started a Sunday supper program where service industry workers can come grab a free meal to go from his brewery.
We have this massive resource. That kitchen we have over there is one of the bigger kitchens in all of Clark County, and it's pretty idle during the week. So there's no reason if we have some donors that can help fund this, there's no reason we can't do this and basically feed people.
And that help can go a long way.
We're planning to do that every Sunday, and it's while it's available. So we want to make as many meals as we see the demand for.
And he's not alone. Dane Henderson operates Five Bar in Athens, but now he's focusing on running a free food truck. Five Bar and Chuck's Fish, owned by the same parent company, ran a mobile food kitchen under their charity, American Lunch, long before this virus hit. But now they're amping up how much food is going out.
Since the coronavirus and a lot of places have been forced to shut down, people are out of work, we decided to scale up a little bit and do 5 days a week instead of just the normal 3. We feel like it's necessary at the moment. It's a good time for us to be able to support the folks who need it the most.
Henderson says the service is open to anyone, no matter their situation.
It is for everybody. There's no questions asked.
The food services and drinking places industry was hurt the hardest this past month when, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, unemployment went from 5.7% to 8.5% in March. The Bureau of Labor Statistics also reported that in 2018, 12% of Athens Clark County workers were service industry workers.
If you're one of the many people who need a little help getting dinner, you can check out Academia Brewing Company on Facebook or at American Lunch 1 on Instagram for locations and times that they're serving meals. For Grady News Source, I'm Celeste Springer.
The owner of Academia is not only worried about feeding people, but keeping the lights on. Our team coverage continues with Grady News Source reporter Mayan Patel. Mayan explains the difficulties that local employers face when trying to get federal help.
Bob Googe thought he was ready for this. Googe owns Jittery Joe's Coffee, and if you've lived anywhere around Athens, you know it. But he never expected this.
Say it's apocalyptic out here. We lived through the 08-09 recession, and we had sort of structured our business to survive another one of those. But I don't think anybody can structure something to survive like the economy hitting a wall.
Most of his cafes in the area are now closed. He's lost 90% of his sales across 11 stores. Googe doesn't know the next time he'll see a paycheck, despite the federal government offering $376 billion in relief for small businesses.
I would say the first couple of weeks it was just we were so intent on just like plugging all the holes and seeing if we could stay open and not sure how long it was going to last. That it's just been super focused on just keeping the boat from sinking.
Googe has applied for federal relief through the Paycheck Protection Program, as well as applying for a small business emergency disaster loan.
But there is literally no timeline on when you might get the money. I literally haven't talked to anybody yet who has actually gotten the money.
When he tries to find out, he can't get a response. Googe isn't alone. Matt Casey, the owner of Academia Brewing, says the same thing.
I got nothing. I have no idea. So it's hard to make decisions because I don't know if I should pay a bill now, assuming some money's going to be coming in next week, or keep pushing.
I reached out today to the Small Business Administration, local banks, and congressmen to try and get answers to the same questions, but I got no responses. We do have resources, however, on how you can start the application process to getting federal funding at our website, GradyNewsSource.com, and we'll continue to keep you updated on everything that develops. Maya Patel, Grady News Source.
Again, if you're a small business owner, you can find the links to apply to these programs on GradyNewsSource.com. The deadline to apply is June 30th.